Hello everybody, my name is Taja. I am here to do another video about healthy hair tricks and tips and things like that. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been busy trying to get my life together, and let me tell you, it's still not together, but I'm working on it. Today we're going to be talking about traction alopecia. It's a topic that I feel is very important to talk about because there's so many women that are dealing with it and nobody's saying anything, and it seems like people are just acting like it's not there and putting the weaves and wigs over that, and I just want to talk about it and shed some light on that topic. So let's get straight into it. What is traction alopecia? Traction alopecia is it's a condition that your hair is pulled out by excessive braids, too much pulling of the hair during ponytails, or any style where your hair is pulled and there's tension, and then the hair comes out because of that, and you'll have different patches and bald spots from that. Traction alopecia is preventable, but what people don't understand is that if you continue to keep doing the same things over and over and over again to your hair, then yes, your hair will come out. It can come out. Not everybody's will, but it can. So traction alopecia is basically it is caused by pulling of the hair follicles too tight and over excessive amounts of time repeatedly. I feel like our bad hair habits are generational. Like, we start off, we got our mama doing our hair, and then she, she does her whatever she feels that she's supposed to do to our hair, pulls it tight, whatever. So then you grow up, have kids, and then you do the same thing to your kids, and then they do the same thing to their kids, and then so on and so forth. Somewhere along the line, we have to really realize that, yes, our hair can be hard to manage. I mean, some people have textures that are just a little bit harder to deal with than other people's. I do understand that 100%. I just think that you have to know what your hair can handle. You have to understand hair, and sometimes you won't understand it. So that's where you go to someone that was trained and understands it, that you trust. I get it. A lot of people don't like to go get their hair done by stylists. A lot of people don't feel like they should spend that money. A lot of people don't understand that don't feel like they trust stylists. Some people just don't trust a stylist, and I get it. But what you have to understand is a stylist that is a good one, because there are plenty of them out there that are not, has the training to understand how to deal with your hair and the things that are going on with it. And I think you just have to get to a point to where you realize that having healthy hair is almost as important, just as important as having a healthy body. Because the thing about your hair is, it's your confidence. Some people's it's your confidence. I mean, maybe some people it's not, but for the majority of us, we want to look good. We want our hair to look good, and a lot of us, we want that so bad that we don't want to take the time to do our own hair. We'll just put the wigs and the weave on and just act like it's not there and just worry about it another day. And then that just keeps happening and keeps happening. And honestly, I feel like it's just a ripple effect from just over time. We were never really taught, the proper way to take care of our hair. We were never really taught that, back in the days when they had the slavery, women wore braids all the time, and they wore it because they didn't have time. They had to get their hair out their way because they had to go do some stuff. They didn't have time to be worrying about hair that was unruly and too much to handle. So they braided it. But now we've come so far from that. There's so many different things. There's so much knowledge out there when it comes to hair, but it's hard because you got a lot of noise. You got a lot of people over here saying this, you got a lot of people over here saying that. Get with somebody that knows what they're talking about, that has studied it, that you trust, that you can really, if you're gonna wear braids, or you're gonna wear a weave or a sew-in or anything like that, please do not get a fresh relaxer. Please do not do that, because what you're doing is you're taking all the elasticity out of your hair, and then you're going to get it braided, and then they're braiding it tight, and then they're sewing the hair onto it, and then your hair is being stretched, and eventually it'll break and pop. So you not only are you risking traction alopecia, you're also risking breakage, because let's face it, our hair can only take so much. So you want to make sure that you're not relaxing your hair when you are getting a sew-ins or braids or anything like that. Especially if you never wear your real hair, there is no need to get a relaxer and add that extra amount of chemical and tension on your scalp and on your hair. That is just it just doesn't make sense, and it can cause so much damage if you're doing that. Those wigs are beautiful. Those front lace wigs, I think they're beautiful. But are you doing them right? Is your stylist doing them right? Are you doing them and then your edges are coming out? You want to make sure that you are going to, if you're going to get something done, that you're going to get it done right. Because there's too many women going through this when it's preventable. Now, don't confuse traction alopecia with the other types. There's at least 7 other types of alopecia, and I'll list those down on the bottom as well. But you want to make sure that you're not mixing those up, because the other types of alopecia are ones that can be caused by autoimmune diseases or illnesses going on in your body. So those are different. But this type of alopecia is preventable. And sometimes people that have other types of alopecia will start to get the braids and the wigs and the weaves, and then cause themselves to have traction alopecia as well. So you can have traction alopecia on top of whatever other alopecia that you may have. And that's just, you don't want to do that. I think sometimes it becomes a ripple effect. You know, your hair, you want to enhance your hair, so you do it, and then by doing that, you damage your real hair. So then now you have to wear the wigs and you have to wear the weave. You just want to get to a point to where you are comfortable with your real hair, and it's healthy, and it's the best that it can be. Everybody's hair is not going to be all the way down their back and all that. Everybody's hair is not going to get that way. You have to know your hair, and you have to want to get your hair as healthy as it can be for you. So basically, let's get the knowledge so that we're not out here living life and not knowing what it is and what's going on. Because I don't want to see any more women that are going bald because they did not take the proper steps in taking care of their hair. So let's recap. Traction alopecia. What is it? Hair loss caused by repeated pulling of the hair. The causes of that are tight braids, tight ponytails, too tight sew-ins, pulling, just anything that's pulling the scalp. Some of the symptoms are redness of the scalp, hair loss, itching, soreness of the scalp, pus-filled blisters on the scalp. Prevention, rotating your ponytails. If you wear a tight ponytail on this side of the head, do it on this side of the head for a little while. Giving yourself a break from a ponytail at all. If your hair is too short for a ponytail, don't try to do it, because you'll be pulling it too tight. If you are using rubber bands or anything that is like a rubber band, that's probably another thing you shouldn't do. Try to use hair ties that don't have that metal thing on there, that are cloth all the way around, that have a good stretch. If you're getting a headache when you are putting a ponytail in your hair or a braids, try to make sure you loosen up that tension. Give your hair a break. Because if you do lose hair, you can give yourself a few months for your hair to actually grow back from that, instead of repeatedly pulling hair out of the same spot over and over and over again. That is where you get your traction alopecia. So I will put some more information down in the comments. Everything will be, everything that we talked about today will be down there. Just so you guys can recap if you need to, or if you need any more information, write something down in the comments. I'll get back with you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everybody coming out today or watching the video today. Thank you for your time. That's all I have today. Peace, love, and healthy hair. Bye.